Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. Good evening and welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, site of this year's national championship game. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Return starts from inside the 5. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Turns on the speed. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Miami. He will score. You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Hoosiers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And each offense features a star tight end, Kirk. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today. That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes the decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Quick catch over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Opening drive challenge for this offense in this championship game. They face 3rd down here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this 1st down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And the Hoosiers will bring their punt team onto the field. This will be the first punt tonight for this offense. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Hurricanes offense comes out for their first possession today. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football. Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Nowhere to run up the middle.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before. Solid gain on that pass.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly, and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Dropping back. It's back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Just a great job here by this linebacker to be able to come up with that sack there on the blitz. A big play for this defense. And, man, Chris, you think about the linebacker play at the University of Miami over the years, it starts with Ray Lewis, and it could end with it, to be honest. But the list just keeps going. Michael Barrow, Jonathan Vilma, and Dan Morgan. You could go on and on and on, and this guy right now is trying to live up to that standard.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Looking to throw. It's Mendoza. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Now, the offense trying to go play action there, but how about the big man in the middle? This defensive tackle showing you he's athletic as well. Gets to the quarterback, comes up with a big sack.
Second and long from the 14. Play fake, looking to throw. Trapped again in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
With such tough field position, at least he gets some positive yards to give your punter a little bit more room. And who knows, maybe he can flip the field for you.
The Hurricanes will have to punt this one away. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Short throw complete to the tight end. That's a solid gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. 1st down now at the 40.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
And completion sets up a 2nd down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Down play for this offense. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but that gains enough to set them up 1st down at the 14.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
The Hoosiers pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Great job by the quarterback with an accurate throw against man coverage for a 1st down. Overall, by the entire group, good execution by this offense.
And the Hoosiers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Ball moved back to the 4 for 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mendoza. Touchdown Hoosiers as they answer with their 1st score of this title game.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. There's a screen pass to the running back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Second down after that short completion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a wide receiver screen. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Try and muscle for the first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
The Canes will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 25. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Caught behind the line. It's Hemby. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. It's a quarterback keeper. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Looking for the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Hoosiers will have 1st and 10 here. Here's a good throw off the play fake. They bring him down after a short gain there. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of 1. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking downfield near the end zone. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop. First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, he can't make the catch across the middle. It'll bring up second down.
Chris, I don't know, man. I think he gets across the middle. He starts thinking about those linebackers and safeties. Got a little bit nervous, lost his concentration, and drops the ball.
That incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
The Hurricanes will have to kick it away. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Can they put together something here? The sure hands. It's Becker. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Looking for some space. It's Hemby. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? To throw, it's Mendoza. Quick throw, catch made on the out route.
Well, I think you go with the safe call here with the out route. Quarterback's comfortable with that. I would have loved to see the receiver take that route a little bit deeper. Now it's 4th and short because he didn't take that route upfield.
And the Hoosiers bring their punt team onto the field. That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. On the run, it's Fletcher. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Yeah, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Joseph. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to have seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
The Canes will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. No fair catch, looking to return this punt. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Here's a throw underneath the tight end. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Defense is coming after him. Finds his man. It's Hemby. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Hoosiers line up on 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Running back has it on the screen now. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on it.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Well, they get positive yards here. You have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Pass caught. Second down now. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw it again. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. Field goal is good.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And it's field returner trying to create good field position here. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this route? He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Well, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
Back to pass. It's back. And the receiver's got it. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
He's taken down at the 40. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll run it from the gun. They keep feeding the running back, but he's had nowhere to go tonight. They've been dominated at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this 3rd down. Quick throw complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a first down.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. A chance at a takeaway. Got away from him. Don't see that often. Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. That's the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back in the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
And the Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Back to pass. It's Beck. The receiver makes the catch. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Boy, a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
On 1st and 10, look at the throw. Tight end makes the grab. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Launching one to the end zone. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. That penalty would be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I'm sure that player is going to get an earful from the coach. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
Boy, what a job by this defensive line getting the penetration to blow up the back in the backfield. Here they are knocking on the door at the 1-yard line for an easy touchdown, but the defensive line's quickness and jumping the count allows them into the backfield for a nice loss.
This one is incomplete, right in the back corner of the end zone.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this third down.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Going to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on 3rd down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the 1st down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
So on 4th down, they won't go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. A solid kick. And that will tie the score as halftime approaches.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Bringing it out, it's Williams. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Final seconds of the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk in the booth. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1 half away from crowning a national champion.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 21. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to throw. It's Mendoza. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And he dumps it off to the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Looking to throw here. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. And the Hoosiers are on the move here.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
The Hoosiers pick up enough to get a first down there. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to 31 and a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Hoosiers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Cooper. They make the tackle, but the offense has a first down now at the 21.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
First down here for this offense. To the air, it's Mendoza. Caught quickly. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Takes the handoff. It's Pemby. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Touchdown, Indiana! And that will give them the lead now. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And after the extra point, it's a 17-10 lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They'll begin with a quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Back to throw. It's Beck. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Hunter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Can he get there on the ground? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. Choosing to return the punt. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Running back grabs it on the screen. Gets into space at the 50. They finally get him down, but a big play to 46.
And I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. An inside give now from the shotgun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that previous play. Back to throw. It's Mendoza. Swarmed to the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
They're going to run it. And that run produces a decent gain. The Hoosiers are in the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
A quick throw out left, complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab. Can he get there?
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
They convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Hoosiers trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Pressure is coming. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is not loose.
He recovered one fumble, but it is a big loss.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Barker. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And look at this. The fullback getting involved in the passing game. You don't see that too often these days.
How about the big fella? The good news is this guy has pretty good hands, and we saw it right there on full display.
After a long drive, it's a 3rd down. Is it a touchdown or a field goal? This is a 4-point play. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. The pocket breaking down. Trying to run it in, but the defense stops him short of the goal line.
Good job by this defense. That quarterback doesn't need much room. They did a heck of a job to keep him out of the end zone, and now we got a 4th and goal situation.
So Kirk, Indiana has the lead here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. 1 quarter to decide who will win the national championship. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. On 1st down, it's play action. Short connection to the tight end here.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
A completion makes it 2nd down. On the ground, it's Fletcher. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back, just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Canes looking to keep this drive rolling.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the 1st down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
The Hurricanes lining up here on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Beck. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's stopped again. They've had patience with the ground game, but just nowhere to run tonight. That's been a big theme.
And this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
The Canes pick up enough for a first down here. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. What a move. Makes one man miss, picks up the first down before they stop him. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Looking to throw again. Snags a quick throw. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Caught over the middle. You make the tackle inside the 30. It'll be first down there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Big throw caught on the left side.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Third down play here out of the shotgun. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up fourth down now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And it's good right down the middle. On the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Sogba with a strong tackle there.
Hey, I can understand the play call here, backed up deep in your own territory, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, but you got to be careful of being too conservative, because this defense right now, they're trying to get the football back, and they're selling out against this run game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun running play call. He spins free, and he's in the clear. Moves his way for a first down of the 35.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And the ball is hauled in. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And the quarterback keeps it here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby. Creative running there. Makes a move and breaks free. Touchdown, Hoosiers. They were not going to catch him that time.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter.
That makes the score Indiana 27, Miami.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Set to advance on the play.
Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. Scanning the field, it's back. Catch made over the middle. Moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Ball moves to the 37 on the gain. It's first down. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Catch made in space. Look out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And the Canes moving quickly down the field here. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Joseph.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
That completion makes it second and short. Back to throw again. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Receiver makes the catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Brings up second down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Dropping back. It's Beck. The pass rush closing in. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, we'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Hurricanes. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good, but still trail, though. Get momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. First play of the drive, they look to the right. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Working clock with the ground game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Smart play to keep it on the ground to try to keep that clock moving, but there's still a lot of work here on third down for this offense with the lead. Face it, you got one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They make the tackle, but that first down should be the clincher for our new national champions.
Well, you go through the grind that this team has gone through, you learn to realize that your quarterback's going to be able to deliver on critical down and distances. There you go, third down, big-time opportunity to put this game away. They convert, and I think that may do it.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions.